everyone. My name is Jose Romero. I'm going to talk about a very big ecological problem. It is a problem which occurs in a small neighborhood, but not many people know what about this problem or generally ignore it since it only affects a small city. But that is not a reason why we should ignore it. Whenever Many times the people thinks of ecological problems, things like pollution, global warming, or other things that are talked about everywhere. But that's not right because we can see very ecological problems everywhere. First, we're going to talk about where it's happened. This happens in a small normal city in very country, New Jersey. It is not normal to be able to do things in the city, such as going down to your earth basement or go to play everywhere because there is a chemical known as chromium. This chemical can cause anemia, can damage your intestine, or even cause cancer. This is very highly toxic industrial liquid that has been leaking into homes for many years. This it has seeped through homes for almost 30 years. In the picture you can see how it sticks out of the ground in a basement. This chemical spreads more and more throughout the city every year, and no way has been found to stop it. But the real question is, how did all this happen? Well, according to the New Jersey Department of Wild Conservation, the chromium comes from a lake from a chromium acid tank in 1983. The property of this tank was AC electroplating, the company that was seen in the photo. Actually, this company is closed. Well, this company is one of the main guilty. Why is the reason? Because for not having acted properly in the last century and letting this problem spread from a lake to the entire city. Although the company didn't fully do this, the main culprit is the debt that only have three tasks, which was to measure the extent of contamination, approve a cleanup plan, and ensure that work was carried out as we mentioned. They failed in all their tasks for 2 decades. Finally, they had to ask the federal government for help, but the problem was already it had gotten out of control, and the federal authorities declared this a public health emergency. It is surprising the number of errors that the debt had in general in this case. For example, they let the AC stop their cleaning, with more than half missing. They didn't want to search in the house if there are crummy neighbors, if the mayor didn't finance everything, and they always let the AC fail to fully their duties. Today, the feds are ones who have to deal with the problem due to the inefficiency of the debt, which today doesn't have an important role because beyond shaking house. The federal government has a big problem to face if they want to clean up this entire area, and according to their studies, it will take more than a decade. For now, the water has not been completely infected and is drinkable. However, as seen in the image, many houses use special filters. Depth and defeats our current dying teaches to divert chromium and groundwater to clean up the area, but chromium residue was discovered for more than 100 feet underground, which is bad since it's as impossible to dig trenches that deep. This affects a lot in a quotidian life. Can you imagine not being able to go down to your own basement, people from the government entering your house every month to check the level of chromium, or simply living in fear that this radiation will affect you or some close to you? Now the question is there any way to solve this problem? Well, although there are several plans underway, I consider that a federal superfund problem should be created that has a large finance, although since the AAP company ceased to be in operation in the late of 2000 years. This requires that a government agency use funds to help the people of Earth. Well, everyone, this is all. I hope you have learned a lot about this problem that many people suffer from day to day, but that we will never see in the big media.